Hey guys, it's Ross going on the Space Couch. Today I'm going to be reviewing this. The expanded edition of the Rise of Skywalker novelisation by Rae Carson. I have to say there's not loads of extra stuff in there. It's more like, say, scene extensions, especially with, say, Leia towards the beginning, you know, where there's the Rey training scene. Just prior to that, it focuses more on Leia and about her Jedi training and just how she's able to hear Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke, of course, and every once in a while Master Yoda, which is interesting because as far as I'm aware, that's the first time that Leia and Yoda have been known to be able to contact each other one way or another. It might be somewhere else in the canon, but I'm sure that's the first time that Leia has actually even heard his name, I think. But I could be wrong on that, there's so much extended material. It does explain how Palpatine survived, however, the explosion of the Death Star. So, he's getting thrown down the shaft. His master, Darth Plagueis, the one who had managed to conquer death, he uses those lessons and basically he projects his spirit while the body's falling to this like refuge that he had gotten on Exegol and into a very poor facsimile of his body. So he was out of the body before it even hit the end. But obviously he was much, much weakened, which is why he didn't just instantly come back. So that's the explanation. And he also said that Darth Plagueis had waited too long to implement that when Sidious was killing him. So interesting that they tied that in there, and I did quite like that there is a bit of an explanation. It kind of makes sense in context, but again, it would have been better to see that in the film, you know, at least how he came back, and that's how. But yes, and it's all like that. It smooths a few little bits out. It makes it a bit clearer about Finn being Force sensitive. Just about how you know how he can sense Rey, and it's like, oh, that's how I can sense Rey. You know, it's kind of like that where he realizes how it is he's able to do it, and that is what he was going to tell Rey. It makes clear because when they all reunite at the end, you know, have the three-way hug, and I can't remember if this is in the film because I've only seen it twice and it was ages ago, where she's going like, Rey, I need to tell you something, and she goes, I know, and Poe says, we all know. You know, so that was very nice. Because it's like this bright light in her mind, and that is how she recognises Finn, and she realises how she's able to sense Finn like that, the same way he's able to sense her. Like when she dies, he senses it, and it's clear then he is Force sensitive. And then when she comes back as well. But yeah, very nice. There's more on the Skywalker homestead at the end. Again, I can't even remember if this is in the film, where she does go through the buildings, the parts that's not filled with sound, so like where he had dinner with Owen and Beru, and there's tall, clear perspex glass lying on its side. I assume the one that had the blue milk in it, and stuff like that. But yes, very faithful, I guess, to the film, and it does, like I say, smooth out some of the kinks, but there's not loads and loads of extra material. But what is in there does help, I think. There's also, you can see, it's not very thick, so there wasn't going to be that much material in it. There's also a few little nice bits in here as well, just like, say, the Star Wars, you see, it's hyperspace. Let's see. Then on this front cover, it's Rey and Kylo's sabers crossed, but it's also the Resistance, the First Order, the Jedi Order, and the Sith Eternal in all of these markings, which is also very nice. There's one thing I was a little surprised at, or there's just the updated timeline of where everything fits. But on that, you can see after Return of the Jedi, it just goes straight to The Force Awakens. I really thought they would have had the Mandalorian inserted here by now, because they do have Rebels and the Clone Wars on the previous page. But I assume in due course it will show up there as well. But yes, photos there are from the movie. Because that's the thing that you used to always get photos, and I think they kind of like stopped doing it. So we see them in the tunnel. There they are on the Falcon. Various scenes. Kylo and Rey, BB-8. Poe, Finn, Resistance, Jannah, Lando, Rose. The Knights of Ren. Him. Yours. Oh, also, the Sith Star Destroyer that destroys Kijimi, people saying, well, that is still out there. Isn't that going to be a problem? No, it's not out there because it conducts that test and then goes straight back to Exegol. And it's the first one to be destroyed on the attack by the Resistance and everyone else. And the captain of that ship, and there's a spread about her in the visual dictionary that we had to look at. She is like killed 3 people, sabotaged 2 others, and barely slept for 20 years to get that captaincy. And she will show Allegiant General Pride and Emperor Palpatine that she can be trusted, that she's destined for great things. When that ship gets destroyed, Allegiant General Pride's thoughts are like, it was a mediocre captain, so it's no loss. And that ship was assigned to essentially be expendable, so... what do you expect? So yeah, there's that one. So she thinks one thing, the reality is very different. Yes, and then R2 and 3PO. I don't think there were any others. No. But yes, enjoyable enough. I'm looking forward to seeing it again because the cinematography was beautiful. And I know that the plot is completely ridiculous, but it's a Star Wars film. They all are when you think about it. Or don't think about it. Don't think about it and this is fine. Think about it, this is not fine. But yes, like I said, very enjoyable. I think I like this cover the most out of the 3 sequel trilogy book covers, but we'll maybe have a comparison at some point to just confirm that. But there you go, guys. The Rise of Skywalker Expanded Edition by Rae Carson. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment or suggestion for what topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.